Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of the video, I'm going to be showing you or going through some of my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. So there was a video where I was doing like a get ready with me, and I kind of explained to you guys on Instagram. I had posted that I was, you know, throwing out palettes that were either expired or just didn't work for me anymore. And I did. I actively got rid of those palettes. So as I went through what was left, I said to myself, I'm only gonna buy palettes that are speaking to what I need in addition. So if I already have a neutral palette, I'm not going to go out and buy another neutral palette just because it's another brand or because it has one color in the palette that I like. I'm not doing that anymore, because what ends up happening is I end up not using those palettes and they end up going to waste, because makeup is not really something that you can have that's used, that you donate. I mean, there are companies that will take you know, used makeup, but like I said before, so a lot of the makeup I have, some of it was like 2 years old. So what I did was I said I'm going to slowly purchase new palettes that I've been looking at for a while, and I have three palettes here today that I'm just gonna talk to you guys about, and then I'll demo them for you. They've been around for a while, but one thing that's consistent with me is that I love Anastasia Beverly Hills. So the first palette that I ever got from her was the Soft Glam. This is a staple. A lot of people know of this palette. It's a very good beginner friendly palette. It's good for all skin tones, and it is just like the name says, it's for you to get a soft glam look. So a lot of neutrals and naturals, and then some with a little pizzazz. So as you can see, I use this palette a lot. I even got my mom one for Christmas. She loves it. This is a great gift for people. If I'm not mistaken, this palette retails for $50. Most of the palettes are between $50 or $60. If that price is incorrect, then I'll make sure to put it up on the screen. But it's well worth it. Quality shadows. They're very pigmented. Then Jackie Aina did a collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. First of all, can we talk about this snakeskin packaging? Like, iridescent snakeskin packaging. It is everything. But the colors are too. So I love the colors on this one. They're darker. All of the palettes come with, look, I can't even get it out. It's been in here. I've never pulled it out. All of the palettes come with this little brush. It's double-sided. I have never used it. I'm gonna give you a little tip. If you buy Soft Glam, always let it be the palette at the top, because the outside is this fuzzy velvet and it will get dirty. So I wanted to test out this palette. I have been seeing it for about 6 months, 7 months, and I kept saying that I was gonna get it. It's the Riviera palette. I wanted to get, you know, some colors. Okay, this is fighting me. And this palette is like a jean denim. Okay, and that's the plastic. It's the plastic for it. Look at that. Now that is gorgeous. The whole top row is shimmers. The whole bottom row is mattes. But if you notice, there are neutral colors in here. So if you took this palette like traveling, you could still get a pretty decent like natural look without being extravagant. So that's why I really like this palette, because it was a little bit of something for everybody. It's kind of rare where you have that amount of shimmers with mattes that correspond. Like, I don't know if you noticed, the mattes correspond with the shimmers. I wanted to try the Alyssa Edwards palette. When you think color, this palette is it. And her eye makeup is always just like bam. And then this palette, it's just, look at all those colors. And what I liked is that they were matte bright colors. Look at that cobalt blue. Now, one thing that both palettes have is a bright matte white. So ironically, these palettes may appear to be very similar, but one is definitely a more toned down version, and this one definitely has way more shimmers. The Alyssa Edwards palette, although bright, only has 3 shimmers in it. It only has 3. It's mainly bright mattes, and mattes and shimmers have 2 totally different looks. So yeah, those are the 2 new babies that I'm adding to the pack. And then another thing that I wanted to show you guys, and this is good for makeup artists or anybody who's just, they don't fall in love with one particular palette. There's 3 or 4 colors that they know they're not going to use. The option would be to get this bad boy here. These are limited edition, but you can get these on the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. What it is it's an empty palette with a magnetic strip here. So you can buy the little individual Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows, and you can stick them in here and make your own palette. MAC does something similar where you can go in and pick colors and they'll put it into a palette for you, but it's not interchangeable. So if you decide, if you run out of one color, yeah, you can go get a pan, but with this, it's actually literally just removable, like interchangeable. So if you're going on a trip and you want to take all your party colors, you can remove what was in here and put all the party colors. So this is really good for that. This is $10 by itself, and it is super sturdy and super thick, so it's gonna protect your pigments. And then I got this because, like I said, sometimes I feel like there's just a color I'm missing, not necessarily a palette, but a color. So let's say I need a really bold green. I could buy a single pan really bold green and add it in here. Let's say I'm like, you know what, I need a really deep navy blue. I can buy a deep navy blue, add it in here, and just start to build a companion palette for all the other palettes that I have, so I don't end up with 45 palettes because I like one color. So for me, this works, and it works well. Okay, so I also wanted to just get me some new brushes. These are from Amazon. They are by Do Color. So I actually saw them pop up on Instagram. I saw the comments down below of a lot of people saying they liked it. So I went to Amazon because I don't trust them Instagram sellers. And I bought the whole set. So it's 14 brushes for $22, and I believe there was a coupon for $5 off. So pretty reasonably priced for 14 brushes. I'm gonna show them to you. It's the contour brush. Let me show you. Look at the handle. It's like a glass tropical vibe, gold base, green here. These bristles feel really soft. They don't feel like that plasticky, like I have this brush right here. These literally feel like little plastics. This is actually pretty soft. This is a decent brush. This is the foundation brush. This little short stout one. Powder brush. Blush brush. Some are angled. I will not be using this bad boy because what is this? Like, I get that some people like to, I'll try it. Fenty makes this like curved highlighter brush that perfectly contours your face. So I use this for highlight always. So yeah, that's the new stuff that I got. Let's go ahead and give the palette a try. I want to use both. So what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll do one look with the Riviera palette on this side and then the Alyssa Edwards on this side. Guys, it is 7 o'clock in the morning. Please understand that I live in California and I live by the beach, but it is supposed to be like 100 degrees this weekend. And when you live by the beach, the breeze is cooler because it's blowing past the water. It is so hot at 7 a.m. Okay, I literally have a fan going in another room. I was like, if I don't get up and film at like 7, it's not going to happen, because it's either that or like 2 in the morning. Okay, so we chose 7. Okay, so let's be clear. It is good to use eye base with bright colors like this, because that's when you get the true color that they could be. I don't have an eye base. I've never purchased an eye base. I've always either used like the Urban Decay primer potion, or I've used concealer. I've never used like a white base, but I am gonna get one. It's on my to-do list. But yeah, for now, we're just gonna use a lighter brown concealer. So I apologize for not having that, but at least we'll see, because a lot of people don't have that, how the average person would be able to use this palette without applying a stark white base. This side we said the Riviera. Alright, so I'm going to take Coastline. This is Coastline. Immediately it has a ton of payoff. It's almost like a pinky brown. Guys, I have no like set idea. This is one of those palettes where you just stare at it and you're like, okay, what am I gonna do? So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm staring at this, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I know that I need a good base, so that's why we're starting with Coastline. It's a lot pinkier, but no, you know what it does? It looks like exactly how it looks in here, right there. And then that's it on me. So it pretty much came out exactly how it was supposed to. Bahamas. Okay, Bahamas is this bright hot pink. Let's just do it, guys. Let's just do it and not look back. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious, it is pigmented. So what I'm gonna do now is it does get kind of patchy, only because it's such a matte color with such a bright color that I'm just making sure it's completely everywhere. I'm gonna use a little bit of Monte Carlo, which is in the pink family. These shadows have a lot of kickback. I don't mind, but just keep that in mind that I have not used that much, and I have a significant amount of kickback here and here. But that typically happens with highly pigmented colors like this. They blend really well, but of course I already knew that from using other palettes. I'm gonna take this glittery pink right here, and I'm gonna use that just to kind of put a little sparkle, and I'm barely tapping, and wow, the payoff is there. Then I'm gonna go back into Monte Carlo. I'm gonna use it, it's called Estate. Just for fun, I'm gonna take this color Inheritance. Y'all, Inheritance it packs a punch. I have to really be careful with it. Then on my bottom lash, Bahamas, the pink color, the M. So I don't have on foundation, so I'm just gonna wipe away. And now I'm gonna blend in that gold I just added, just to kind of soften the transition. All right, so that's the look that I'm doing with this eye. It's kind of like a smoky pink. I did put the gold here. We'll finish up with the eyeliner and all of that later, but that is the look with this palette. So I used this color, that color, and that color. One color that I am super interested in trying is that blue. But let's just start with the base. So for the base, I'm gonna use the color Ho. It's that color right there. It's more of a dusty tan. So the blue is really, really dark, as we already knew. It's kind of looking purpley. I don't know if you guys can see. I think I'm gonna use Believe, since we already are going dark. So I'm taking Believe and starting kind of over the blue and going out. That way it could be like a transition of color. The colors do get a little patchy, but I think that's because they're so pigmented. Now these are both matte, okay? Matte dark colors. Let's go with Inspire. Okay, and this color DDG is a glittery purple. I'm gonna apply it with my finger, but I think it's gonna give this dark purple and blue more life. I'm just blending away that harsh line between the purple, the blue, and the gold. Gosh, these shadows blend together so well. Like one color doesn't take out the other. Take a fluffy brush with a little Inspire and blend. This color called Supreme. Let's experiment. Both palettes have this pinkish color in it. I want to see if this pink performs different. So I'm actually going to add this color pink to the look. This pink appears to not have as much kickback, and it appears to be a little bit more pigmented. They are slightly different. Okay, so that was this one. And this one I used Ho, Supreme. I used DDG, which is this color. I used Believe, which is this dark purple. And then I used Dream It, which is this cobalt blue. So I used a lot of colors for this look. So that's this one. And that is this one. With that being said, I love both of these palettes. And like I said, when I mentioned that I was going to be giving away or throwing out my palettes, I got a lot of messages on Instagram when I posted it on my stories. People being like, what? I can't believe you're giving that away. I've always wanted that. It's so expensive. You know, oh, I've always wanted to try that. I want to do something nice for you guys too. So I remember I said that I was going to do a 500 subscriber giveaway, but I literally catapulted from being at 400 up to like 600 really quickly. So for that, I appreciate you guys. So the 500 subscriber giveaway just kind of got thrown out the window. I have over here, still in the box, still wrapped up, 2 additional ones. So I have an extra Alyssa Edwards palette and an extra Riviera palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Like I said, if I'm not mistaken, these are like $45 each. So really good makeup, really good opportunity for you to try out her products if you haven't. So just for clarity, these are my 2, okay? along with my boxes. Okay, mine's are over here. I'm not giving you used makeup. And these are 2 brand new unopened ones. So 2 people, okay? 2 people will win this. So what you need to do in order to be entered into the giveaway, I need you to make sure that you're subscribed to me. So your subscriptions have to be public so that I can go in and see that you're subscribed to me. You need to be following me on Instagram. Okay, comment down below what palette you like. Hopefully 2 people don't like the same ones. And just share one of my videos to social media and boom, that's it. So again, be subscribed to me, be following me on Instagram, share one of my stories, and comment your information down below so I can pick a winner. And yeah, so until that is satisfied, these beautiful babies will just be sitting over here in their packaging. Okay, ready to go. But I will go ahead and put on some eyeliner and kind of finish up the look for you guys. Oh my gosh, guys, it is so hot. So the one thing I will say, when you use a palette with this many colors, you're gonna have some fallout. I personally think that I would do my foundation last. I'm not wearing any foundation, but look at that. Well guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget the giveaway below, but the details will also be below too, just because I don't want y'all to have to keep fast forward and rewind and fast forward, rewind. But that's all I have for you. I love you, mean it. Bye.